he has doggy dementia, and you are hammered. Oh my God, you are hammered. Are you okay? Not me, I'm just like this. Are you okay? Do you want some coffee? You need some water? He's looking at them like he wants a three-way, but you're barely awake. Are you okay? He's like, I'm fine, girl. It's like when you're really drunk and you get home and you think, I'm not drunk, and you're walking like this. I got it. And you go up the ramp at the parking garage and you're like, I parked really far away. And you start channeling that character from that Carol Burnett show, Mrs. Wiggins, and you're like, I don't know. When you're just so focused, all your friends are like, you don't even concentrate that hard when you're like taking a dump. Come on. So the dog has dementia, I have perimenopause. Which basically means between the two of us we have like one working memory cell. So I will be on the couch and I'll be like, oh, I gotta go to the kitchen. You have this moment, right? You go to the kitchen and I get in the kitchen, which is like 10 feet away, and I'm like, why the fuck am I here? And I do this every single night. I stand in the kitchen and I inventory my own body from head to toe. Do I have a headache? No. Don't need the medicine chest, so I turn the other way. Now I'm facing the refrigerator. Am I hungry? And I do that. I put my hand in my belly. Am I hungry? No. I look at the water bottles. Am I thirsty? No. And I stand there and I think, what the fuck am I in the kitchen? But what has happened is the dog with dementia doesn't know where he lives, really. Sometimes looks at me like, and who the fuck are you today? And so what happens is, but he knows the kitchen, like yummy things happen in the kitchen. So he follows me. But him getting off his dog bed is like Quasimodo's like, scraping. My legs don't work, fuck you. And he kind of hauls himself up. You hear him like scratching the floor. And he, this is the dog who at night, when it's time to go to sleep, he like, what is it with old dogs? He spins around. You guys have an old dog? He just lets us this. Like young dogs spin around 3 times, and then they settle the fuck down. Old dogs are like this, 27 times. And I realize, I think he's doing it because he's getting buzzed up spinning around. And I think kids who spin a lot are going to be drug addicts later. Okay. So the dog spins around, he spins around, and then he just decides, fuck it, I can't get all the way on the dog bed because his legs don't work, so he just flops like this. A lot like a drunk who's like, I'm just going to sleep here. And sometimes he just rolls off the dog bed. What dog rolls off a dog bed that's 3 inches off the ground? I wake up in the morning and Theo's like got his face pressed against the plate glass window, like, I'm okay. And he can't move, so he scratches, he gets up and he follows me to the kitchen and he looks at me and I'm like, why are you here? He's like, I don't know, I followed you. What are you doing here? I'm like, I don't know. I look at him like, are you hungry? Are you thirsty? And he's like, I'm stone deaf. What are you talking to me for? And then I'll sit back down. And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, that's what I wanted. And the dog will have now finally stopped spinning. He'll finally settle down and he will now follow me back in the kitchen. He's like, oh, come on, motherfucker. Why are we back in the kitchen? And I'm like, I don't know. To this day, I still don't know what I need in the kitchen. I don't ever need anything in the kitchen. And I'm just sorry, I went up there and he's like, give me a fucking treat. Just, they're right there. Make it a vitamin, I don't care. So anyway, he's, it's fun having older dogs. He's just like, I'm gonna pee, sure, the deck, sure, why not? He's decided he can't go downstairs, so he's just like, he thinks if he's outside even a little bit, it's okay. I'm like, dude, you just pooped like on the door thing. He's like, well, I'm sort of in, I'm sort of out, I don't know. And he used to be one of those dogs that would roam around when he pooped. You ever have one of those dogs? He's like this, and he's looking around like, how's it going? How's it going? And he'd like wind up at the neighbor's house. I'm like, oh, come on, how much poop do you have? He's like, blah, blah. But now, because he has no mobility, He just spins in a circle. And the problem is now he's like walled himself in with poo. And he has no mobility, so he's like, are you gonna pick me up? Because I can't walk through this shit. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And now I've just decided, like, whenever Theo decides to move, I just take him outside. And he's like, I don't want to be outside.